Perfect. And then potentially onto our last topic, but really the juicy end of the segment. We're going to talk about your predictions for 2026. So I'd like from each of you, if I may, if you could give one piece of advice to an operator planning their 2026 strategy, or a client for that matter, what would it be and why? Starting then maybe with you, Peter.
I think it's a super interesting one because there's so many moving parts. But for me, it would really be about investing into experiences and people. And I think I think attracting the right people is the core of our industry, and I think what we really need to also be increasingly aware of and focus on. But in addition to that, I think it's the experience where I think there is so much more we can do from both a tech and concept perspective to help boost the actual really great food that is being cooked in many places. I, for instance, think that app is going to get a whole new narrative around it in the year to come. I think apps in country catering kind of started during COVID as something where you could pre-order something because suddenly we could not have people in the restaurants anymore. And I think it has kind of, to some degree, stuck a little bit with that narrative. And I think 2026 is going to be the year where we see huge impact of experience apps, but also physical experience creation from the caterers.
So focusing on experiences from Peter. Chris, your one piece of advice to that operator or client planning their strategy for next year.
Well, probably no surprise based on what I've been saying. I think there's two pieces of advice, really. I think the first thing is continue to do an amazing job with food. So drive those sales, drive that top line by giving people what they want and upselling wherever you can, and underpin that with really effective tech, because that is aiding efficiency. It's actually improving the customer experience, and it's aiding efficiency and therefore helping the bottom line. And I suppose we shouldn't really leave out ESG. Don't ever forget that, because that, for every client, catering is one of those areas where it's highly visible. So you can really support clients with that. And it's another area that can really appeal to customers and help drive those sales.
And finally, over to you, Simon, for your predictions and recommendations for next year.
I'll go back to the beginning of the call. Fully embrace AI to turn the mountains of data that you have, put the right level of resources, whether that be embedded resources or dedicated resources, to turn that mountain of data into insights that you can make decisions upon that will improve the employee experience, the customer experience, the food experience, the profitability, the efficiency. It may sound like that's really obvious, but taking that leap of making that full investment and fully embracing the opportunities of how AI could transform the business and the industry, frankly.